Hello, everybody. Hi there. Hi, how's it going, folks? How's it going, folks? Let me move this down a little bit. There we go. What's up, everybody? It's me, Adam. Not your boy. I don't want to say your boy. I don't talk that way. What's up, Lipples? What's up, the Lana Bean? What's up, New Navy CB? What's up, Ramanazer? What's up, Cyan Ninja 88? What's up, the Surfs? Oh, hey, the Surfs. How's it going, man? What's up, dude? Thanks for joining me. Thanks for having me on that interview on your channel like a month ago. That was really fun. What's up, Agger 1983? What's up, Spicy Meatball 41? Hey, that's a Spicy Meatball. That's a Spicy Meatball 41. What's up, Balloonomancer? Love that as well. What's up, Fried and Crispy Tendies? I don't want any of that GME shit in this channel, okay? What's up? Mike Kaplan. Mike Kaplan, one of the comics that we're going to have on the show tonight. In the chat already. What's up, Rachel Free SF? I have a better connection than the other Twitch channels you follow. Oh, that's good. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, I said your name, Ramanazer. What's up, DeCampos 3? You missed last week. Actually, last week was fully canceled. We did not do a show last week. I was out of town. You cannot do, one thing about Twitch, you got to be at your desktop setup to do Twitch. No, don't clip me saying, what's up, it's your boy Adam. No, I don't say that. I think that's not cool. I don't think it's cool to do that. What's up, Rachel Free SF? Already said hi to you. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Stopgap Stand-Up. This is the stand-up comedy show I do here every Thursday. We've got some incredible comics for you this evening. We're going to let some more people trickle in, and then we'll let you know how it goes. Look at how this lens like distorts as I get over here. Look at that. Look how big my head gets when God, this is like scary. What the fuck is happening? Really frightening. It like gets longer. This is why, this is, I think the YouTubers use this lens because you can do a lot of hand talking. You can go like, hey, everybody, when we do they do all this shit, talking right to lens. Hey, everybody, I'm Philly D, and I'm talking about the news. Hey, and let's just jump into it. Like that guy? Did I do a good impression of that? What does he say? Welcome, what the fuck, buddies? That's Mark Maron. I got confused. Philly D. This is that guy, Philly D. Anyway, Mars Attacks vibe. Scary. What's up, fan author? What's up, Pickle Ricky? Oh, yeah. Lipple says, sup, you beautiful bastards. But let's just jump into it. I don't really understand why YouTubers always start their show with the same phrase every time. Who told them they need to do this? It's always some random little phrase that they pick. What's up, Strife Jester? Welcome to everybody else who's joining. Welcome to everyone else in the in the chat who has not said hello. Welcome, lurkers. Lurkers are valid. Lurkers are valid here on this Twitch channel, okay? It's comforting when people say the same thing every time. That's fine. Yeah. What's up, Minto Gnarl? Hey, JB Cohen. How's it going? What's up, Goldbug? What's up, Minto Gnarl? I already said that. The YouTube Academy tells them to do it. So here's how we do the show. This is a stand-up show. We're going to have 3 amazing comedians for you tonight. I run this show because I miss doing stand-up. I want to do stand-up, and this is the closest I can get to the experience of doing stand-up. I cannot go to a comedy club right now. I've done one outdoor show the whole time during quarantine, but it's because I live in LA. There's not as many to do. I miss it, and I miss hanging out with my friends who are comedians, and they miss doing stand-up too. So I created this show so that we could do some stand-up together for all of you. Now, one interesting fact about this show is that it is paid. I pay my booker, and I pay all the comedians. And the only reason I'm able to do that is because folks like yourself support the channel, support the show. So if you're able to subscribe or cheer or use the donation link down, if you look down below, there's a donation link. If you're able to use that, it helps the show out and it helps me pay those folks. And so if you can, I appreciate it. But you don't have to. This is a free show. This is an absolutely free show. If you are impecunious, that means don't have a lot of money. If you're impecunious, you can just hang out. You don't need to worry about it. Okay? Okay? I'm glad you caught the show too, Asclepius. Please pay money for this free show if you want to and can. Exactly, Mike. Mike, what? Mike is one of the comics, and he's in the audience yelling at me from the Twitch chat before the show's even started. What the hell's going on? Okay, so here's how the show works. In a second, I'm going to paste a link to the Zoom room that I am broadcasting from in yonder chat window. And if you would like to join us in the Zoom room, all you got to do is click the link. And I hope you do, because we need your laughter in order to make this a stand-up comedy show. If you click and you join, the reason we want you to do that is we want you to laugh during the show and for us to hear your laughter, because that's the only way that stand-up comics know that jokes work. If there's no laughs, then it's not stand-up comedy. It's just a fucking podcast. And this is not a podcast. We've all had enough. I host my own podcast. It's called Factually. I love doing my podcast. But you know what? There's no live laughs. And that's why we're here, is to get the live laughs. So if you are able to join the Zoom, and we hope you do. The Surf's donated $4.20. Thank you so much, dude. I'll take a hit off my CBD weed vape in order to... I just got a big tin of this shit called Dad Grass. This company sent me their Dad Grass. CBD only weed. And in honor of the $4.20 donation, I will take a puff of CBD only, completely legal weed. So I hope you're able to join. I hope you're able to join the stand-up show and contribute your laughs. There's only a couple of rules to joining the Zoom room. Rule number 1, no video. When you join, if it starts with a video, hit stop video. We want it to be dark like a comedy club. We want to hear you and not see you, okay? Rule number 2, please only make the sound of laughter. I don't want you to be, like, singing songs, okay? I don't want you to be talking to the comics. I don't want you to be barking like a dog, okay? I just want you to be laughing. That's all we want. It's comedy club rules. No other noises, okay? Rule number 3 is, if there's background noise in your environment, please mute yourself, okay? If someone's coming in clanking pots and pans, hit mute and then kick them the hell out of your apartment. Why'd they come in there banging pots and pans? Give me a break. So, those are the rules. No video, only laughter. Mute yourself if it gets noisy. I hope you can all agree to that. I'm sure you can. They're pretty good rules for a fucking free comedy show. You gonna complain about that? Oh my boy. Oh my God, Lipples subscribed and said it's your boy Adam. It sure is. Okay, so there's the Zoom link. Feel free to join the Zoom room, everybody. Get your ass in the Zoom room. That's what we want. Now, if you don't want to join, it's completely fine. You do not have to join. You can watch from the sanctity of your little Twitch cavern. And if you do, I hope you might consider typing ha 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 if you like a joke. That's all. Just a thought. Just maybe click ha 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 ha. Now, as you enter, hit mute, folks. I'm going to mute you for now. As you enter, hit mute. I'll tell you when. I'll tell you when to unmute. Now, you might notice that in this Zoom, my name is John Cohen. I'm labeled as John Cohen in the Zoom. And when you know very well my name is Adam Conover. And I can explain why that is. The reason is that I'm using my friend John Cohen's account because I don't want to pay for a Zoom account because I am very cheap. And I don't think I should be held responsible for that. I don't want to. This company doesn't need any more fucking money. This company is so valuable now. Give me a break. All right. Anyone else want to join? We got a couple people. We got a good half dozen folks come. More are joining in. I am Pennywise. Thank you very much, Kira. Here we go. Oh, Fried and Crispy Tendies subscribe. Thank you so much for subscribing. Fried and Crispy Tendies. Really appreciate you. Now, after the show, we'll try to get Hype Train going. That's what we'll really try to do. Welcome, DTP Productions. The Zoom link, once again, is there. If anybody wants to join the Zoom link, a couple more people could join up before we start the show, perhaps. I'll paste the link one more time. There's the link. Oh, my God. JC Vimmer's rating with a party of 77. Welcome, Raiders. Welcome, Raiders. So wonderful to have you. Thank you so much, Raiders. Oh, my gosh. Well, we'll get the show going in just a second. We got to welcome these Raiders first from GC Vince Community. Oh, my God. We got a hype train going. Thank you so much for the hype train to Groovy. Gifted 2 subs. So, folks, if you're just joining us, my name is Adam Conover. I'm a comedian. We're doing a stand-up comedy show tonight. We got 3 amazing comedians for you, and the show is about to start. So here's how it works. I'll do it one more time. I'm pasting a Zoom link right now into the chat. You click that Zoom link. You can join the Zoom, and you can join our digital stand-up show audience and have your laughter heard on the stream. The only rules are, number 1, no video. Number 2, only laugh. Don't make other noises. Number 3, if there's something loud happening in your background, please mute yourself. Those are the only rules. We're going to get going in just a second. You're welcome to join on Zoom or just hang out right here in the Twitch chat and watch the stand-up comedy this way. We got 3 amazing big comics for you. We got we'll probably be going an hour or so, hour of live stand-up comedy, I would imagine. It's going to be a great time. So feel free to join. Let's see. How are we doing with our number of joiners here? Yeah. Oh, my God, Josephine. You rated the perfect time, Josephine. And we got a level 2 hype train going right now. If anyone else wants to keep the hype train going, I will comment on it during my set. Because once again, this show is paid. I pay the comics and I pay the booker. So if you're able to cheer, subscribe, or donate using the Streamlabs link below, I could use that money to pay the comedians. These poor comedians who haven't been able to go out and do stand-up comedy and make a living because of the coronavirus. We're saving lives, people. We're not really saving lives. So they don't. It's not. We're not paying that much money. It's like dinner. It'll buy dinner for a person is how much we're getting paid. But it's better than nothing. My gosh. Okay. All right. Here we're gonna get going. We got all the folks. We got folks in the Zoom room. So here's what we're doing, folks. Folks in the Zoom room, you're muted right now. When I leave, we're gonna start the show. I'm gonna walk off stage and I'm gonna give myself an introduction on this mic here. And when I do, I want you to unmute yourselves, and when I enter, I want you to give me a big old stand-up comedy show round of applause, okay? Oh, my gosh, we got an anonymous gifter who's gifted a sub. Thank you so much. Okay, here we go. Ready? Everybody unmute. Everybody unmute yourselves. Unmute. I want to see all those little icons. Oh, yeah, I'm looking at the screen from off camera. I'm looking at the screen. Let me get my fucking chair out of here. God damn it. Oh, God. I ruined my wall. Okay. Ready? Okay. No, don't laugh yet. All right. We got everyone unmute. We got a couple people still got to unmute. All right. Welcome, everybody. Please welcome to the stage, Adam Conover. Yeah! Oh, my gosh. Thank you so much, everybody, for that amazing round of applause. Bunch of comedy fans who cheered as though they didn't want to bother their neighbors. That was the kind of cheer that was. Woo, woo, yes, I'm being very responsible in my apartment building. Yes, woo, 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 woo. Welcome, everybody, to the show. Are you guys excited to be at a live stand-up comedy show this evening?
Woo!
That's great. Thank you so much. If anybody else wants to join, the Zoom link one more time is in the chat. And that's it. I'm not posting it anymore, okay? I'm not going to stand outside barking like I'm at the fucking Lower East Side out in front of a comedy club saying, please come to the comedy show. I'm past that. I'm past that stage in my career. Now I do comedy shows on Twitch. Fuck. Not doing that great. But this is what stand-up comedy is now. This is what it is. Well, we've been doing this for a year. Happy fucking 1 year anniversary of the pandemic, everybody. Are you excited? We did it. We made it to a year. Give yourselves a round of applause. I shouldn't have made you do that. That was terrible. Yeah, I didn't know that we would be stuck inside doing this like a fucking year later. Oh my gosh, we got a cheer from Astro Wolf. Thank you so much, Astro Wolf. A year ago, I had tickets to see a basketball game. A year ago today, all the basketball games were canceled forever. Then they started having them again, but you can't go anymore. We're all terrible. God damn it. What was I going to talk about? My notes make no sense to me. My brain has been fried. I haven't been outside talking to people in a year. I've been trapped inside my own home. Oh, it's going to be bizarre when we are talking to like our kids about this. Well, I'm not having kids, but you probably will. Where we're talking to our kids about it, we're going to be like, this time will be so difficult to describe. They'll be like, oh my gosh, for a year, none of you left your homes? And I'll be like, oh, you were lucky if you didn't leave your home. That was like the best case scenario. The worst case scenario was you still had to leave your home and go to work. And then you got coronavirus and died. You were lucky if you stayed in. That's not even a joke. That's just a sad truth. My God. Let me try to do some material about something lighter. Things are lightening up a little bit. One thing that makes me really happy is that this show that you're watching right now, I'm proud to announce, is an NFT. This show's been turned into an NFT. Isn't that great? Do we know what an NFT is? That was a joke. People might be so confused about NFTs that they can't even tell that I'm making fun of them with that. People are like, what the hell are they? Can anyone in the chat, can anyone explain? By the way, we got some people who have joined the Zoom room. If you're in the Zoom, unmute yourself so we can hear your laughs. Come on. That's the whole point. We got some valiant people here who are unmuted, and we've got other people who are in the Zoom room, but they're cowardly being muted. Being muted in the Zoom room, that's the equivalent of going to the stand-up show and sitting in the front row with your arms crossed. And being like, I'm not going to laugh. There are people who do that. They go to comedy shows. We all know this as comedians, and you're looking at them, and they're sitting in the front row, and they're just like, with their arms crossed, like, and you're like, why are you trying so hard to not enjoy the comedy show? These are like people who go to the magic show, and they're like, I'm not impressed. It's fake. Like, what? Just enjoy the thing that you came to see for a second. You paid to be here, sir. Just pretend it's funny, okay? And you'll have a better time. Even if the jokes aren't funny, pretend they're funny, you'll have a better time. So NFTs, they went really big over the last 2 weeks. I don't know why I've been busting my ass at comedy for the last 15 years of my life. I had no idea that I could be pretending to sell animated GIFs to stupid billionaires. Apparently, that's a way to make a lot more money. Is you could just claim that you're selling a GIF without actually selling it. I don't know if you guys have been following this. Basically, an NFT is like this sort of Bitcoin type thing where you can put a token on the blockchain, which is how Bitcoins are recorded, that claims to say that someone owns a particular piece of digital media. It's extremely stupid because no one actually owns these things. The notion of ownership of NFTs is completely fictional, all right? Let me give you an example. There's a big story today in the New York Times that said, wow, this is amazing. A JPEG, an NFT of a JPEG, just sold for $69 million. A guy bought a JPEG for $69 million. Wow. And at the top of I know, it's amazing, right? It's like, holy shit, what the fuck, okay? In the New York Times, you know what was at the top of the article? The JPEG. They put the JPEG in the article. You know what I did? I dropped that shit to my desktop. I was like, I got $69 million now. Fuck it. I don't need to save for retirement. I got XD13Y2ABC on .jpeg on my desktop. I am a millionaire now. It's ridiculous. The person who spent $69 million was lied to by this dude who's like, I'll sell you a JPEG. It's literally like I'll sell you the Brooklyn Bridge. It's ridiculous. These are going nuts. They're the new Beanie Babies. That's what they are. Is people are buying them because they think they'll be able to sell them to someone else later. It's a speculative bubble. The new Beanie Babies like Dutch tulips. But it's worse than that because when the market for the market is going to collapse for NFTs the same way it did for Beanie Babies. But the difference is when the market for Beanie Babies collapsed, all the people invested in them at least still had the Beanie Babies. You know what I mean? They're like, I spent my life savings on these stuffed animals, but hey, at least I could still burn them for warmth if I needed to, you know? Like, at least they're still in my fucking house. They're only worth a nickel now, but at least I can give one to my daughter and she can hug it. The JPEGs are not worth anything. You don't even have anything at the end of that. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. They also burn so much fossil fuels to make these things because the calculations to like verify the authenticity of them are really, really intense. So people are just burning down the rainforests to pretend they own Nyan Cat. That's what's actually happening. That's what's actually happening. This is the world that we fucking live in. And here's my belief. I believe it is entirely because of the pandemic. It's the only reason anybody gives a shit about these things. Because everybody trapped inside. Everybody is, or at least everybody who is rich enough to buy this bullshit is trapped inside. All the poor folks have to go out and keep making us all Chipotle that we can get delivered by other poor people who are forced to work for Postmates. And all those people are getting COVID at an enormous rate while the rest of us sit inside and get Chipotle delivered to our house and buy JPEGs. What a horrible reality we live in. But the moment that, we're getting close to things opening up again, to getting vaccinated. And when we do, all of these people who buy these fucking JPEGs are going to go outside. They're going to look at the sun. They're going to blink. And they're going to be like, what the fuck was I doing? I just spent the last year buying animated GIFs and clips of NBA games and bitcoins, and I could have been out here in the world where things exist again. Ridiculous. Okay, that's all I got to start. Are you guys ready for an amazing stand-up comedy show this evening?
Woo!
Yeah.
I need just a little bit more. I'm going to make you cheer, and I'm sorry to do it, but I got to do it. Are you guys ready for an amazing stand-up comedy show this evening?
Yeah.
Incredible. We're going to crush it all together. I thank all of you so much. Your first comic is so funny. I've known this man for many, many years. Famous in the industry, not just for his comedy, but for his heartwarming Happy Holidays emails. I'm not kidding. He emails every comedian Happy Holidays, and we all thank him for it. I want to please welcome the extremely funny Mike Kaplan, everybody.
Hey! Oh, it's me. It's you. It's true. Thank you so much, Adam. Thank you. Just to be, if everyone's not looking at the chat, people in the Zoom room, I just want to share the wonderful joke that I just came up with for John Cohen. And it's just tagging one of your. If this helps you, for anyone who buys an NFT, I've got a JPEG of the Brooklyn Bridge to sell you. I feel like that's pretty fun. So I do send out like letters in December. But here's the thing. Here's the journey that I've been on. I grew up Jewish, and this is the way that I used to be. I remember going to school with my dad, who was a teacher, around December when I was out of school and he was on his last day, and a teacher that worked with my dad said to me, "Merry Christmas," and I said to him, "I'm Jewish," like a Jewish bag, and honestly, I was like, I don't wish me happiness for a thing that's not my thing to be. If I don't want your happiness, you can't offer. I don't want joy to the world except for Jews. How about that? That's what I'm saying. We don't want your joy. We take off the J. Just make it oi. That's all we want. You understand? And that exactly. Thank you. I'll take that. But that's honestly, as I grew older and hopefully less foolish, I was like, oh, that person just wanted me to be happy. And I hadn't even met people who were saying things like when I was on TV for the first time on Last Comic Standing, and I had a video on YouTube that 50,000 people saw in a day, and half of the comments were like, "Enjoy hell, Jew." And I was like, well, at least they're telling me to enjoy it. You know what I mean? That's fine. Thank you. Because other people are like, "I hope you don't enjoy hell." And I'm like, well, that's not kind of you. But that's where I started. I started being like, no, but eventually I'm like, so I was the kind of person, I was like a New Year's Grinch also. You know what I mean? Like a New Year, like a happy New Year's Scrooge. I was the kind of person that was like, well, okay, so January 1st, that's when you want to become a better person. You're like, in November, you're like, oh boy, a month out. We're almost to the time. I know how I want to change my life, but I know also that I don't want to do it yet. So we're almost there. Like, I was like, hey, just do it now. Just do it now. Just now. If you want to do it now, if you want to change, do it now. And so now I'm like, don't let big calendar exploit your life. You know what I mean? That's what they want. They just want to sell you more calendars. Is that what you want? And that's what I used now I'm like, hey, if you want to change in July, absolutely. But if it is New Year's and you're like, I'm thinking of going to the gym, I'm not going to be like, I don't believe in the gym. Sorry, I don't want it for you. I don't want it for anyone. I'm Jewish. We don't believe in the gym. That kind of thing, And so here's where I am now is in December, like when I'm like, okay, that's when a lot of people, like I like telling people happy, nice things I like to tell my friends that I care about them all year round. But also in December, people are like less weirded out by it. Like when I first started, everyone, like several years ago, I sent a friend a text. I sent a few friends this text. I was like, hey, you're my friend and I care about you. And I just wanted to send you a text letting you know that I was thinking about you. And my friend wrote back, are you dying? And like, no, I mean, not any faster than anyone else that I know of, but I sincerely, like, it seemed like a reasonable reaction. More than one person said that to me. They're like, why are you expressing care to me, another human being, not in December? Like, that's what they were like, this is what we do around when the year is ending or dying, as we see, but it's not why are you doing this? It's not my birthday. It's not an official number that we agree upon is the time that we're all like, and look, we're men and men are socialized to also hardly even do that. Like there's no bro anywhere in this, like if it was like, hey, you're my friend, bro, here's the thing. I started out doing comedy in Boston, and whenever you didn't get paid when you started, but the club that I started out, the Comedy Studio, Rick Jenkins, the owner, he'd buy all the comedians drinks after the show. I didn't drink that much. I didn't like the taste of beer. I still don't. I don't like the taste of most alcohol's poison. So it's like, I enjoyed, like if you made it sweet, I was like amaretto sour. I'll have an amaretto sour. It makes the poison taste go away. And it's like drinking a poison candy, And then people would say to me, oh, but aren't you a man? Why a man doesn't drink an amaretto sour? A man drinks a thing that doesn't taste good because a man isn't happy. And I was like, I mean, I don't even buy into your framing, but even if I did, I'm like, doesn't a man drink whatever a man wants to drink? So if a man wants to drink an amaretto sour, and the only reason you're not drinking an amaretto sour is because of what other men think, and doesn't a man not care what other men, but I didn't get this far, people punch me. But the point is, yeah, I mean, I now don't really drink alcohol because I understand if it helps loosen you up. Like this is me on nothing. People are like, is it Coke? Is it caffeine? Is it what? Is it like, I could stand an alcohol once in a while to like take a breath, but I started meditation for that instead, but not right now. I've been thinking about silent retreats. I have a lot of friends who speak very highly about silent retreats, which means I don't think it worked. But here's where I'm at with them is I mean. Maybe there's people who've done silent retreats who it really took to, and we just haven't heard from them at all. We only hear the people who are loud with anything. Like, I'm vegan and I'm loud, and so you hear me. But there's a lot of rabbits out there that never tell you anything about how vegan they are. Just people who are like rabbits, just sitting in the corner nibbling on lettuce. Like, I wish I could tell you, but I'm not. And you know who tells you what they eat? Is meat eaters complaining about vegans. They always want to tell you. They just want to tell you that what their diet is. Are you telling me what your diet is? Yeah, but it's different because it's me and I'm me, So other people are bad when they do what I do. I'm good when I do what I do because I'm not self-reflective. I'm not aware of anything. I'm just, I hate when people are judgmental. That's what I say about you judgmental people. Don't judge people. That's what I say. Don't be judgmental whatsoever. Okay, so the point is, I now send people who I love messages that say that I love them because I'm a person of I'm just a person. I'm a human. I'm me. I'm not, it doesn't matter who or what I am. I don't really love labels. If you like labels, if labels work for you, then I'm happy for you to have your label, but I label myself a bit of a non-labeler. And I've been studying Buddhism recently with a friend of mine who is a Buddhist, is a practicing Buddhist. I'm not practicing, so I'm not going to get perfect at it. But I love Buddhism, in part because even the Buddha was like, don't just listen to me, like try it, and if it works, then go. Like, this is my impression of the Buddha. No, don't take it from me. I don't know. Forget about it. You know. I think the Buddha is Rodney Dangerfield. Oh, well, I do get respect, but it's not important about what the respect I get. But the point is, I was talking with my friend Gus about love. My friend Gus, the Buddhist, about love. And I asked, do Buddhists believe that love is like inherently, intrinsically like true? And he said to me, although love necessarily pervades any omniscient mind that understands ultimate reality, it is not correct to say that love is true in an ultimate way, because love is only true relative to a defined concept of it, which can be imputed independent upon the basis of its causes, conditions, parts, and attributes. And I said, we should write some Valentine's Day cards. So, the thing, perhaps the last thing that I'd like to tell you, depending on how long the thing is and how long I have in this life, everything is impermanent, who can say? But there's this, I don't know if you remember this, I feel like growing up, I don't know if I ever heard a person say this in real life, but it was like a thing on TV, on like sitcoms or in movies. People would sometimes say, hey, you can call me anything, just don't call me late for dinner. You know, you can call me anything you want, just don't call me late for dinner. You can call me a bag of crap, but just not as long as I'm at that dinner table on time. Like, whatever you want, call me any. I don't care. You know, I don't care at all. Which kind of I've been thinking about today in terms of, you know, there's a lot of comedians complaining that they can't say anything. And I'm like, if you couldn't say anything, then you couldn't say that. And people are like, no. And they don't want to apologize. They're like, comedians shouldn't have to apologize for anything. I'm like, what if you step on somebody's foot? I'm like, not even then, you know? And people, they sincerely, here's my impression of some comedians. They're like, I want to say whatever I want to say and not care what anybody thinks. And I'm like, well, you know what I want to do is I want to say whatever I want to say and yes, care what some people think. For example, the audience laughing. That if a comedian's like, I don't care about anything, not even an audience laughing. That's why I do comedy for nobody, and you can't hear me saying this right now. The point is, you can call me anything, you just don't call me late for dinner. And so this is what I'll say. If anybody ever says that to me, here's what I will say to them. I will say, okay, anything? All right, you miserable piece of garbage. You sorry excuse for a human being or even an animal. And I love animals. Animals are so cute and cuddly and delightful and furry and warm. You, sir, are no animal. You, sir, are not even a sir. You are also an animal, a lowly being, a bug, a worm. This is an insult to bugs and worms. They're living their life to the fullest, to their essence. They're doing the best they can, just like everyone, every living thing in this world, every sentient being, except for you. You're the only sentient being in this world not living up to their potential, not doing their best, maybe through no fault of your own, because are we not all the sum total of the experiences that led to our being, the circumstances of nature and nurture that make it impossible for us to be otherwise than how we are? That is so for everyone and everything in the world, except for you. I understand you are the sole exception. We are all one except for you. Everyone and everything in the universe, part of a plan, a flow, an oceanic symphony of love and connectedness and together in communion, except for you. You are exceptional, and not in an exceptional way. You long for inclusion, and yet you say so long to inclusion. You keep yourself separate, thinking it is what you want, but it is not what you want. You don't even know what you want, and you don't know what's best for you, even though you think you do. Even a rock doesn't have a mistaken idea about its own identity. You're less than a rock, and rocks are pretty good. They actually rock. You're much less than a rock. You are nothing. You're less than nothing. Even nothing has its place in the world. Without nothing, how would we know something? How would we know everything? And yet somehow you, and only you, are separate from all of this. Rain has its place. Darkness has its place. You are the only placeless being. You have no place. I'm so sorry. Also, dinner time! All right, everybody. My name is Mike Kaplan. Thank you so much. You have been wonderful. Back to your wonderful host, Adam.
Mike Kaplan, everybody. Give it up for him. The wonderful Mike Kaplan. Mike Kaplan, I've always wanted to know, why do you think you're like this?
Oh, that's a... now, I understand we only have 90 seconds. Yeah.
No caffeine, no alcohol. What are you then? What gives you this verve and this energy?
Psilocybin and ayahuasca. Next question? Yeah.
Oh man, you're going down the white guy spirituality rabbit hole. I've flirted with it myself. I have flirted with it myself. It's funny when you said I've got a friend who's a Buddhist, and I was like, I don't think you're gonna say like a Vietnamese or a Thai name. I think you're gonna say Gus.
It's true. Gus is a guy named Gus, but he is actually a Brazilian man. So surprise.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a Buddhist Brazilian.
How have you found your do you call are you a Buddhist? Do you call yourself a Buddhist?
Here's the joke that I say that is sincere in response to this question is, do you know Mitch Hedberg's joke where he says, I don't have a girlfriend, but I do know a girl who'd be real mad if she heard me say this? Everybody, please listen to Mitch Hedberg on Spotify. Get him some royalties for that joke. It's not my joke.
Well,
but
dead,
here's what I say.
His
but
next of kin.
his widow, Lynn Shawcroft, lives. His estate lives. Somebody's collecting money for those Spotify spins, you know? So I say, I'm not a Buddhist, but I do know a Buddha who'd be probably pretty fine either way if he heard me say this. So I love it. I mean, I wouldn't want to say I'm a practicing Buddhist just in case a Buddhist jumped out and was like, oh yeah, you're a Buddhist? Name 3 of our albums. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I want to avoid. I'm like, I like Pema Chodron, Thich Nhat Hanh. Like, are these albums? These are people? You know, like, I love reading about these things. I love implementing the thing, you know, planting seeds of kindness as much as possible in myself and as much as I can outside. But I don't like labels. But Buddha's a pretty good one. I like it.
Do you feel that? But I don't disagree with you. I like listening to. I flirted with Buddhism in my life in the past. I like listening to Buddhists talk, but I don't like doing any of the stuff. Like, I love listening to audiobooks about why I should meditate. But I'm really ambivalent about actually doing it. And I've tried it. I'm like, it's nice. I like it. But I'd rather go on a walk and listen to the audiobook. Does that make sense?
What if I was like, no, I don't think you're listening right. Do you have it on like the full speed? Anyway, no, I did start meditating like 5 years ago. Before I got as into Buddhism as I was, I did it like with an app, because the thing I like about meditation is that science says that it's empirically beneficial, and then also the woo-woo community is like, it's good for your soul. Like, people who don't believe in a soul, people who do believe in it. I'm like, magic and science agree. This has to be something, and I have found benefits.
Fair enough.
But
fair
probably,
enough.
I understand that you wouldn't. Yeah.
No, I'm too dark. I think about work too much. No, I like this guy. You ever read any Stephen Batchelor? You ever read this guy, Stephen Batchelor? Wonderful Buddhist author. Check him out. He's written a couple of wonderful books. He calls himself a Buddhist atheist, and he's got a wonderful... he's a good author. That's all I got to say about that. Give it up for Mike Kaplan, everybody.
Thank you, Adam.
Yeah. Your next comic. I cannot wait to bring her to the stage. She's so very funny. Please give it up for Sydnee Washington, everybody.
Woo! Yeah!
Yeah. Oh, wait. We're trying to make it happen.
Oh.
What happened? Wait, why don't I see?
Oh.
Start your video. You need to start your video?
Yeah, I started it.
Why don't I see?
You can't see me?
I can't. Hold on a second. Yeah, your video is not showing up for me for some reason.
Oh, no. Hold on. Let's see. One sec. Don't give up on me. Not yet.
I'm not going to give up on you. We're going to make it work. Technical difficulties happen at the Zoom stand-up show. There we go. Okay, hold on. Spotlight.
Okay, I'm going to leave here. Did you hear?
We can, but there's still an echo.
Okay, got it. All right.
Fixed.
Woo, I thank goodness that I have a laptop and a phone. Hi, everyone. Hello. I used to be a stand-up comedian. I used to do that. And now I'm just an Instagrammer. I just do everything on Instagram. I know how to use Instagram Live. Can I put that on a resume? I don't know. I've gotten so far into the quarantine. I got a lava lamp that does not lava. It does not. Do you see this? This isn't a representation of my life. Here it is. Nope, lava's there, not lava's. Also, the lights. Do you see? This is where we're at. I'm a recovering addict. So the only thing I can be addicted to is lights right now. Lights and Red Bull. So I don't know if you guys on the chat that can relate to me, but instead of cocaine, I just rather have a $200 electricity bill. Yeah, this has been tough, guys. I'm not even gonna lie. I mean, I'm one of those vibrant people that used to be hot. I mean, I'm still hot, but like in a very awkward way. It's like, whoa, do I put clothes on? Not because I feel sexy in clothes, but do I put clothes on so the FedEx guy doesn't think that I'm hitting on him? I don't know. It's just very, I'm having a hard time. I used to be a negligent cat dad. Now I'm just a cat dad. I was in a lesbian relationship for 5 years. Don't worry, I'm still a lesbian, but I won the cats in a breakup. And I think that's the issue with straight relationships, that everybody wants to take something away from each other. If they're not taking like the kids or the house or their dignity, they're always taking. But the gays we want to give, like she gave me the cats and I gave her credit card back. So like that is literally the epitome of love wins. Do you not understand? No, it's great. It's great. We talk every day because I still owe her $500, but I'm getting there. Listen, when the amount is done, when I'm finished, she's gonna still want to talk to me. So because I still owe her money. Anywho, I started cooking in the quarantine, not for survival, but for attention. I did that. I want you to know that cooking is not for everybody. And I just want to give like my hat to the women in the 50s who had to cook all the time, because I literally almost burned down my whole apartment making risotto. So when they say they want women in the kitchen, I'm like, they don't want me. They do not want me. I made steak and it was very rare, to the point of like kill the whole family. Like if it's not the family, it would be my cooking. So yeah, I have a cooking show on Instagram Live because it's better than TV. I just want you to know. Everybody wants a TV show, but not everybody wants to Instagram Live. So that's where I am. That is where I thrive. Okay, because you can actually see how many people are watching. You don't know who's watching when you're on TV. So I'm there. It's great. I've got some write-ups about it, and you would think that those things would make me happy, but no, not until Michelle Obama wants to be on the show. That's what I want Michelle to be on my cooking show on Instagram Live. How do we get her on? Whatever. Okay. I just want you to know that dating is hard. I know that's a weird thing to say, that like, because we all say dating is hard, but I just want you to know that 2 months into the quarantine, I was like, I'm gonna date. And I sent someone like 50 cupcakes and two orchids. And so it was like, do you want this person to have diabetes and who died? Like, I didn't know how to get the girls. How do you get the girls? Is anybody on the chat that can help? Anyone? I'm waiting. How do you get the girls? This is a real question. How do you get them?
You guys can answer.
I don't.
Okay. You don't get the girls. Thank you for being honest. Thank you for being honest. I mean, everyone tries to be so freaking cool. Everyone wants to be cool about dating and sex, and it's hard. It's hard. We give men such a hard time because they can't make women come, and they can't. But like, I can't make them come either. I don't. You know what I'm bringing to the table, you know what I'm bringing to the table? Titties, and titties do not make women come. So, guys, I understand your issues, and you know, I've talked to Siri about it. I've talked to Alexa about it. It doesn't matter what you say or do. Like, coming is hard. It's hard. Like, guys, they could lose their whole family in a car crash and still come on the walls. But like me, I'll be at someone's house and I'm about to come, but then I'm like, wait, did I blow that candle out? And then I can't come for the rest of the month. Because I think my house is on fire. Side note, I did burn my house down when I was 11. I burned my house down when I was 11. Ooh. Oh, now you get quiet, but you should be laughing. You should be laughing because I burn houses down and I get away with it. No. Everyone's on the chat like, okay, he's confessing. No, it was an accident. It was a complete accident. You know, kids say the wildest things. They do the darndest things. But I accidentally burned my house down. And fun fact, my family are hoarders. They're hoarders. And I mean, it was a really big fire. Like, my uncle thought that he could put the fire out because he was in the Vietnam War. And I was like, the war is not the same as a fire, but I get you. I hear you. He was missing for 45 minutes during the fire, so we all thought he was dead. And I started putting my hands behind my back. I was like, well, they're going to come and arrest me because, you know, I killed my uncle. But he was actually next door getting some lemonade. He was like, I needed to catch my breath. And I was like, oh, you could have just told us that you were alive. So everyone was so upset that I burned the house down, obviously, but I'm 11, so they can't really be mad at me. And they didn't give me therapy or anything like that. So they just made sure that I couldn't be near a stove, near the candle, near the sun. Like, I couldn't do anything. They were like, there's somehow I would use the sun to burn something. So I had a great childhood. Anywho, 2 years after the fire, my auntie pulls me aside. She pulls me aside and she's like, Sydnee, I never got to tell you thank you. And I was like, what? She's like, you know, I had a lot of garbage in that house. And I just want to say that the Lord was just cleaning the house. So Christians are crazy. Christians are crazy. The fact that she thought that the fire was the doing of the Lord, it was like, no, I burned that bitch down. But whatever makes you sleep at night. It's quiet. Okay, are we worried? Are we? Okay, and then wait, I don't even know how long I've been on here. Because I'm on my phone. And I usually look on my phone to find out what the time is. Does anybody have like a clock in their apartment, like the manual clock? Is it the one with the hands? What do you call those clocks?
Analog.
Oh, wow. There's some adults on the chat. I love it. Ask Gen Z, what do you call a normal clock? They have no idea. You know, I was born when there were rotary phones. I don't know if you could tell, but I am 50. And, you know, there's like this beef with the, you know, millennials and the Gen Z, and there is no beef. There's no beef. I don't have a problem with them. I just don't think they understand how they're not cool. You know, like, we're cool. I mean, they have their laptops. They can go on an app and say, I want someone who's tall and has a job. You know what I had to do? I had to get on a chat line, had no idea what anybody looked like, didn't know if they were a murderer or rapist or anything. And then I had to get on a bus and go transfer 17 times to find this person in Queens. And then my phone died and I was praying. I was like, I hope that I gave them the right coordinates. And then if I met them and found out that they said that they were a 5'11", but they were really 4'11", I would still have to stay with them because I knew that another bus wouldn't come for another 2 hours. So we're cool. We're cool. And the kids now aren't. Okay, yeah, I feel like I ran through that 10 minutes. I mean, Mike Kaplan was all the cocaine I used to do in the early 2000s and obsessed with that. I just want you guys to stay safe, get vaccinated if you can, buy lights, get cats, buy plants. I mean, if you haven't gotten a plant in the pandemic, did the pandemic even happen to you? I have 23 plants and counting. And so people say like, oh, you get kids, but I'm like, you have to get plants because if they die, you just get the same plant and name it the same thing. You can't do that. You get a Monstera, it dies. You call it Tammy, you get a new one, it's Tammy. If your kid dies, it's kind of weird if you get a new kid and call it the same thing, right? Oh yeah, no, this is John. You're like, I thought John died. No, this is John. John. All right, well, this has been fantastic. I'm gonna go get a Red Bull so I can go back to sleep. This has been awesome.
Sydnee, Washington, everybody. Sydnee, this is true. People need to accept that their plants are going to die. We just went and we bought a whole bunch of plants today in honor of quarantine. We bought like a bunch of beautiful little plants. And my girlfriend said, oh, some of these plants are going to die. And I'm like, yes, exactly right. You buy 10 plants, 5 of them are going to die. And that's because all you'll have left in your house is the survivors, is the strong plants. You're looking at the plants that live. Those are the ones that
deserve to be in the house.
Yeah, exactly.
I only know what a snake plant is and a monstera. I have all these other plants. I don't know what they are. I just get them and I'm like, we'll find out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you'll see if they live or not.
I have a cactus. I do. I have one of those.
And you ask the people at the plant store, you're like, well, this work in low light? And they just randomly say yes or no. They're like, yeah, sure, whatever. Because they know you'll blame it on yourself no matter what happens.
They don't care. The only thing they do care about is if you have animals. They're like, peace lily will kill your cat. So I think they legally have to tell you that a peace lily is poisonous to cats. They have to.
We've got a fire sticks and it's poisonous to our dog, and it's just like playing chicken. She wants to eat it. She wants to eat it every day. We have to say no. We have to constantly be, why do we have this fucking plant? I don't know. It's dangerous. We should get rid of it. But no, we like to live on the edge, baby.
No, you're not living on the edge until you get a lava lamp that doesn't work. I mean, you're not throwing it away. This is the best $30 I've ever gotten. Like, so good.
I want to see this neon one more time. Show us the full neon one more time.
Oh yeah, this is
gorgeous. Amazing. Is this custom or did you get this off the web?
No, this is straight Bezos. This is from Amazon. They have all the strip club, pink lights in there. It's great.
It's beautiful. Sydnee, Washington, everybody. Give it up for her one more time. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah. Folks, we got one more comic for you. Are you ready for it? Oh my gosh, he is absolutely wonderful. As I told him the last time I saw him, it was at a comedy show where I got free pizza at a wonderful pizza place here in LA. I can't remember the name of the place. What was the name of the place, Brodie?
DeSano's.
It was at DeSano's Pizza, and I loved doing this comedy show because when you did it, you got a free pizza, and when he logged into this Zoom, it made me taste pizza in my mouth, and that made me sad because I don't get to have that pizza because I can't go to that pizza restaurant. So it bums me out to see him, but it's going to make you happy to see him because he's such a funny comic. Please give it up for Brodie Reed, everybody.
Wow. It's me, the pizza guy, the pizza man, they call me. That's actually how I got on this show. This is how I get on every show, actually. I bribe every comedian with pizza. Some people do it with beer, not me. I'll customize it. I am talking to you guys from my grandma's bathroom. I just wanted to get that off my chest real fast. Some of you are wondering, what is his background? Are you in a Japanese museum or some sort? A little bit. I am in my grandparents' bathroom. There's a shower This is a saloon door that leads to the toilet. Grandma's houses are crazy. Y'all ever notice that? This is me trying to do like room work, but just like with the people on the internet. Y'all ever notice how your grandma's house is nuts? All right. Just a couple more announcements up top, and then I will start telling jokes. I do have to do a clean set. I have to record this set for a college. So I'm really sorry to disappoint everyone who clicked on this link for me. I won't be saying any curse words. I'm not gonna be saying the F word. I'm not gonna be saying the S word or the M word or the T word or the G word. Okay. That's so stupid. I hate myself. Let's see what else is going on. I've had one of those days where I've made myself, I had nothing to do for a lot of this pandemic, and then 2021 really turned it around, made myself incredibly busy with a lot of little projects that don't pay me anything. Does anyone else feel me on that? Anyone else taking up a lot of stupid hobbies? Right before this today, I had to submit like a packet of jokes because I'm trying to get hired at a late night show. And the thing is, I don't even like that late night show. I kind of hate it, honestly, and I won't tell you which one because I love Guillermo on there, but I submitted it anyway because I need money. And right after this, I have to spend the rest of my night recording a song for my own podcast where I parody the recording artist Limp Bizkit. That's just going on with me. That's just like where my head's at. I'm just like, darn it, I have so much work to do tonight. And it's just gonna be, I'm gonna be cussing a lot in that track. Let's see. I've taken up a lot of fun little tiny hobbies. Like I said, I started doing one cool thing recently. I started mining crypto. Y'all ever heard of this? I heard that you can make a lot of money mining crypto. My friend's cousin, dad told me about that. So I was just like, cool, I'll do it. I'll mine crypto. I got a spare early 2000s Dell stock desktop and a modded Nintendo 64, so why not try to get some tokens? But then I looked it up. The people who are mining crypto have just like giant warehouses that are just like full of processors that are just like burning like a bunch of electricity. And the thing about crypto is that it takes like a massive amount of energy to understand or think about, and I don't actually know how that works. NFT, more like nice freaking try, dude. Sent that to Jimmy, so we'll see. I mean, anonymous. I sent it to anonymous. The internet has truly become everyone's poison, and it's really fun to see. I was going through a goth phase before the pandemic started, and I still am. You could probably tell. And it's for no one, but I am really committing to it. I appreciate how much only black I've been wearing, even though no one else can see it. The internet has become my poison. I'm addicted to Twitter right now. And brands are also becoming poisoned. I don't know if you guys knew, but okay, so Monday, which was like March 8th, I think we all know, was International Women's Day. Of course, we all knew that. On International Women's Day, the official Twitter account for Burger King in the UK. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? The official account for Burger King in the UK tweeted, "Women belong in the kitchen." Just women belong in the kitchen on International Women's Day. And then the very next tweet under that was that's why we're giving them a scholarship to culinary school or something like that. They really tried to make it like a cool thing. And then anytime anyone was just like, hey, this is incredibly sexist, they were just like, is it incredibly sexist to highlight that women aren't in our field enough or whatever? You get it. Which is like a really disgusting kind of cynical way to do advertising, which unfortunately got so much attention. It pretty much guarantees this is how every company is going to talk to us from now on. And I have confirmed that because today I was also on Twitter and I saw a tweet that literally said, go back to Africa. And then I clicked the thread and it said, win a cruise to Morocco City, Royal Caribbean. Thanks a lot, Royal Caribbean. Jeez Louise. I truly feel like I'm going insane. The news has also just been becoming insane. I read an article today that scientists are sending a bunch of sperm to the moon. For what experiment? What could they possibly do? What are you gonna do with sperm? You're gonna smear it? What's going on? In dirt? Like it doesn't. Why? It doesn't make any sense. If I were the moon, I would block all those scientists on social media and just ignore the whole thing. Let's see. Biden made a speech today, and I don't want to talk about politics too much, but people are acting like we had the big presidential election, and then now politics is like over. Like elections are over. We still have a huge election coming up. I think we all know that. Godzilla versus King Kong. Who are we going to vote for? No one even knows either of their policies at this point. All we have is their track record. King Kong, obviously, sure, he uplifted women in the past. Yes, absolutely. He deserves credit for that. Brought a lot of issues to the forefront with that, but he's also been accused, of being very handsy with women. Famously, he dated Naomi Watts. She claims that he yelled a lot. And then on the other hand, Godzilla, I mean, I do think there's pros. I think that he can reach across the aisle or the peninsula or wherever he lives. But then at the same time, can we trust a being made of nuclear energy on clean energy? Is he just going to eat it? And I'm against it. I think at the end of the day, though, both of them are just like very old men. Am I right? They're just very old, decrepit, cryptid, baby boomers. I'll say it, baby boomers. And I'm honestly, I'm just waiting to vote for like a woman, gigantic, destructive monster. Like Mothra or like a Queen Kong. If there's a Queen Kong. All right. Oh boy. To do 10 minutes of material when you haven't done stand-up in truly months. What if this was the first time I heard my own voice during the pandemic? That's how little I talk to people. So the fact that you guys laughed at all, you don't understand. I crushed it here tonight. This is my Comedy Central present. Thank you so much. That's. I think that's my set.
Yeah! Give up for Brodie Reed, everybody! Brodie. Oh my gosh. The punchline. The punchline. King Kong has uplifted women in the past. Oh, I fucking shit
It
my
genuinely
pants.
surprises me how much people like that one.
It's really good. He uplifted. It gets you. It gets you. You don't.
You know what? I just realized that at some point I changed the settings on my my Zoom, and I thought I was bombing the whole time. So honestly just really excited to look back at that footage and probably find out that I probably still bombed.
No,
We'll see.
no, you crushed. Oh my God. David Campos just donated $125 to the.
Oh, wow.
Get over David Campos, everybody. Round of applause.
I will.
Woo! We are able to pay all the comics because of David Campos. Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Brodie.
Good.
What hobbies have you been working on? Last time I spoke with you, you were studying Japanese. Are you still studying Japanese?
I'm still learning Japanese. Absolutely. I'll go to Mainichi Bianco. No, I'm fluent is what I'm basically trying to say. I've also just been I've been doing so much. I've been playing ROMmed video games and stuff like that.
Like
I have been watching. Are you familiar with the Metal Gear Solid series?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are, of course.
This is a Twitch
I've been
audience.
Snatcher, like Kojima's older stuff. You know what I mean? I'm doing the deep cuts for some reason. And it's been really fun. And honestly, I can't understand it yet. A lot of big words, a lot of big words. But
you're playing it in
it's pretty fun.
Japanese.
Yes.
And is that why you learned Japanese so you could play Kojima originals in the original?
If I told you that's what I've been doing, when I say I've been studying Japanese for the past 4 years, every day, would I be embarrassed to admit that? No, because that's exactly right. That's exactly right. Yeah. Could have been working on my career, but
No, I mean that's dedication. I could I admire that. Can I tell? It's I'm oh. I could never. I wish I could, but I could never. Playing video games in Japanese is just
someday
it's a
you'll be
dream.
retired and you'll have the time. I, for some reason, just decided to do it anyway. When I truly, this is, I am the ultimate procrastinator, and it's just an extension of that, honestly.
But see, sometimes procrastination leads you to somewhere even better. Even better. No, I took a little Japanese in college. I took 2 semesters, and we got to kanji, and I was like, I'm out. I can't do this shit.
Yeah,
That's,
for sure.
It was too much.
Imagine if the alphabet was 3,000 letters long, letters
Yeah.
long. It's crazy.
And then I instead I studied German, which was a lot of fun. Jesus fucking Christ, what was I doing? I learned German. I could read Goethe. Go for it.
I heard a rumor that German stand-up comics literally do stand-up in English because humor just does not work in German. I think that's pretty true.
I think that's true. Have you ever done comedy in Japanese?
I honestly have this bit that I've done on the pizza show where I do Def Jam jokes in Japanese.
You gotta
or
give
I'll
us
do
a little bit of this now.
Oh my gosh. It's truly so stupid. Do you know that one there's this one Def Jam parody joke that was on The Simpsons where it's just y'all ever notice how white people drive like this and black people drive like this? Yeah, that joke is kinisute. 白人ですか白人ですか白人のですか車運転しますようですねようですねですけど黒人ですか黒人ですかようですねハンバーガーit's so stupid but the act outs are great.
It works.
Yeah.
Brodie, give it up for Brodie Reed, everybody. Brodie Reed, thank you so much for being here. Live from Grandma's bathroom. Oh, my God. Folks, that is our show. Did you have a wonderful stand-up comedy show this evening?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here. I want to hear one more big round of applause for all of our comics. Mike Kaplan, Brodie Reed, and Sydnee Washington. I just dropped all their names there. Give it up for him. Give him one more round of applause if you don't mind, everybody. Oh, my gosh. And City Boy donated $150? Are you fucking kidding me? Give it up for City Boy, everybody. Incredible. Incredible. I'm going to be able to give all the comics a bonus tonight. We're going to be upping how much I'm going to be able to pay all of them. I really appreciate you folks so much for that. That is it for the show. Folks in the Zoom, you can all log out. You have any questions for me? Anyone have a question for me? And I'll answer it. I put you on the spot. If you think of one, let me know.
Are you going to ruin anything anytime soon?
Oh, I mean, I do my every day, sir, but mostly in private, for my girlfriend. She gets to hear all of it. No, I mean, we're done with Adam Ruins Everything, but we're finally, hopefully, starting production on my new Netflix thing very, very shortly now that things are easy. Television industry is burbling back into life very slowly here in Los Angeles as things get a little bit better. So hopefully we are. But yeah, everyone, thank you so much for coming. You folks can all log out. While I chat with the chat, I want to thank once again City Boy for a $150 donation. Thank you so much. Well, that is really can't thank you enough. Myass.jpg. Myass.jpg donate $25. Incredible. Is there an NFT for myass.jpg? I hope so. I would love to be able to purchase myass.jpg on the fucking blockchain. Alexander Davenport, you missed the show. I'm sorry, but this will be on VOD. You can watch it on the VOD. Don't worry. Astro Wolf wants to know how my PS5 is. I do enjoy the PS5. I finally got one. And I did enjoy Miles Morales. Had a pretty good time with it. Incredible show we had tonight. I want to thank everybody. Thank you, Armand Enigma Deus, for holding it down. Thank you so much for all these incredible donations. Once again, just so you guys know, I do pay all the comics and our booker. So any donations you make enables me to pay them, which makes me so happy that I am able to do that. And thank you for the incredible donations that you made tonight. Am I gaming tonight? Probably not. I don't think I'm going to stream twice in one night, unfortunately. But I probably will be doing some gaming this weekend. I've been playing a lot of Valheim. Been really obsessively playing Valheim with friends. We finally got a server going, and it's so much fun. I will stream some of that very shortly. I swear to Jesus Christ. I'm so glad you had a good time, Cyan Ninja 88. Please tell your friends about the show if you can. We do the show every Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So please come in and tune in for more Zoom stand-up. The only stand-up show that we're hoping we don't have to do too much longer, because hopefully we can do live stand-up again sometime in the future. But what I'd love to do is figure out how to do a live stand-up show in front of a live audience that we also broadcast via Twitch. Would that be cool? Like if you were watching a live Twitch broadcast of a stand-up show, would that be neat? Oh my God, DeCampos gifted 5 subs. DeCampos, you are supporting so much live comedy, and I thank you so much for it. And you didn't even have to burn any rainforests using the blockchain to do it. You didn't have to buy an NFT to do it. You would enjoy that. That would be great. I'm so glad to hear that. That's the only way you'd see it. You're an Okie. Well, there's no stand-up comedy where you are. Gunpei ya boy. Gunpei ya boy. That would be awesome. I'm so glad that you would enjoy that. Let me bring my chair down so I can put myself back in seated mode, because God, if just standing up for an hour straight does hurt the old back. Oh, Indecision got a sub. Moki Kisa got a sub. Chibi Rogue got a sub. The Zach Man got a sub. Thank you so much to DeCampos for that incredibly huge donation and for giving everybody all these subs. Really can't thank you enough. Okay, people keep asking me, Adam, did you do the voiceover for the Paramount Plus commercials? No, I did not. Someone clip this and blast it out on the internet so people understand that I did not do the voiceover for the Paramount Plus commercials. You know who did? You know who I'm pretty sure it is? Adam Devine. A different Adam. And his voice doesn't sound that much like mine. It sounds like it's a different famous Adam comedian. Why are people confusing me with the workaholic himself? Very funny. Never met. Never interacted with him. I'm very happy for him that he got the gig. I would have loved it. I would have been happy to be the Paramount Plus spokesperson. But no, it's Adam Devine, everybody. Okay? Why do people think I sound like Adam Devine? I don't think we sound that similar at all. Does this sound like Adam Devine to you? Do I sound like a party animal frat guy? Adam Devine, I love him. He's the frat boy comedian, you know? Trademark it and sell it as an NFT. Fuck you. man, should I do an NFT of this show? I mean, we got some whales. We got some whales here in this chat today. DeCampos 3, he's a whale. Does he want to drop $2 billion on the NFT of this show? Is that what we want to do? Is it an NFT now? Holy shit. Folks, don't forget, give Mike Kaplan and Brodie Reed and Sydnee Washington a follow there on Twitter. Those are their Twitter handles. If you enjoyed how funny they were, I know I did. And, yeah. Alexander Davenport says, hey, Adam, looking great. Good to see you again. Am I going to do another cartoon? What do you mean another cartoon? Like more like another Adam, like when we did the Adam Ruins Everything animated episodes. I am working on some new animated ideas, but they probably won't be the same exact thing. I don't have an Adam Devine impression. DeCampos 3 says, give me a few more days of day trading. I am in my friend's Travis Helbig, Gonzalo Cordova just announced a new scripted podcast coming out on Crooked about Edith Wilson, the First Lady of Woodrow Wilson. And I am doing a voice in that scripted podcast, which I think is really cool. So you can look for me in that. Yeah. I'm so glad you enjoyed the sets, Davidia games. Glad you had a good time there. I think I'm going to call the stream there, folks. We've been streaming for a little bit now, and I am tired, and I need to eat some dinner. Want to go throw rocks at trains after this. Maybe Adam Devine was doing an Adam Conover impression. He could have been. I always shout too much when I'm doing this show, and so now I'm physically exhausted. Oh, God, my mic. Here's my other mic. What do you like better, this mic, this mic, this mic, this mic, this mic, this mic? We have a grand old time. We have a grand old time here on Twitch. You're joining next time. Please do Cyan Ninja. Once again, every Thursday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Please log in and watch our live stand-up comedy show. We have amazing comedians for you, all booked by our wonderful booker, Catherine, who goes by Cat Loves Comedy in the chat. So give her a thanks if you ever want. And have a good dinner, have a beer. I don't drink, but I will have some more of my CBD, no THC marijuana. How about that? We're going to raid. Thank you for reminding me. I always fucking forget to raid. Yes, let's find someone to raid. Let's see here. Let's see. Who shall we raid? The Raiders. We must take you off to meet someone new. Okay, you want to watch a very sweetie streamer who is streaming some Apex Legends? How about that? We got a very nice streamer who I follow. I forget why I follow her, but she's a real nice person. We're gonna go raid Dripping Honey. Yes, Cat Loves Comedy is the person who we want to say thanks to because she books this show selflessly every year. Every week. Jesus Christ, I'm a mess today. Stream of Blood. Oh yeah, go give Stream of Blood a follow. Stream of Blood is a wonderful tabletop role-playing game channel that I do myself all the time. But I want to give. Let's go follow Dripping Honey this time. We're gonna go hang out with Dripping Honey, give her a big old raid, and you're gonna give her a follow when you get there too, because she's a nice person. She deserves your follow. Okay, here we go. We're gonna go get her. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you next Thursday at 6 p.m.